Oh, Aaron, summer's almost over, and it's bumming me out. I love the summer season, celebrating the heat, the beach, summer flavors, and all that. All that's going away soon, and I can't take it. Oh, I'm so sad.
Vince, please cheer up, you beautiful fool, because summer's not over yet.
There's hope?
There's always hope, thanks to Tokyo Treat, because they want to invite you, me, dang it, everyone to experience Japan from the comfort of their own homes through their snack boxes. Tokyo Treat has been a sponsor for a very long time with us, but if you don't know, it is a fun and exclusive Japanese snack box featuring unique and exclusive flavors from all around Japan. And each box is filled with a variety of up to 20 fun and exclusive Japanese snack items like limited edition Kit Kats, unique flavored Japanese chips, occasional Japanese sodas, and they are only available in Japan and for a limited time. On top of that, on top of the treats, each snack box comes with a cultural guide booklet telling you about the theme of the box, explaining all the snacks with flavor profiles, ingredients, and allergen information. So
very helpful because I can't read Japanese, and sometimes I'm sensitive to certain things in the food. So great.
Each box has a theme aligning with the season or holiday in Japan, or promoting certain Japanese cultural celebrations. And this month is no different because this month's box, is the Summer Matsuri Flavor Fest. I'm going to raise that up.
Ooh.
So this month, it's the kickoff of Japan's summer festival season in style. You can experience the taste of Japan's Summer Matsuri with all of our fave festival flavors, snacks, and event-inspired treats from all across Japan. You can discover the fun, flavor, and excitement of Japan's Matsuri in this month's box. So some of the highlights, look, they got savory and sweet snacks in here because they got Kit Kat Gold Caramel. Love caramel. I'm a caramel man. Super sour vinegar chips. I know that's up your alley.
Oh, yes.
Get Super Vegeta out of here. We need super sour vinegar chips. We got kakagori gummies, cookies and cream, mannequin waffle, so much more. And the thing we're going to try is some ramune mochi. Vince also has a box.
That's right.
So I know we just missed the Olympics, but we're going to do a little synchronized snacking. Please give us a gold medal. I got to say, I think there's like juice in here because it feels weird. But in a good way. All right, Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Okay.
Flavor-wise, it's ramune, 100%.
Gummy, soft.
Dear listener, what I want you to imagine is imagine the platonic ideal of a gusher. And then times that by 10. Oh, yep. There are 2 in this pack, and this next one's
our second routine.
Getting done. That truly, this is not a bit, truly blew my mind on texture, on taste. You need to get these snack boxes. You know we love them. Everyone loves when we bring a snack box around, family, friends. To get your own box, might I recommend you check the link in the description or go to team.tokyotreat.com/Kame, Kame. That is our special link and it lets Tokyo Treat know that you heard about it from us. And on top of that, if you use our promo code Kame, Kame, you can get $5 off your first Tokyo Treat box. I want 100 of those ramen emojis.
I could eat so many. I'm so happy that my summer is going to continue, Aaron, but I need more mochi.
We're going to look for more mochi, but you need to go to team.tokyotreat.com/Kame, get your Tokyo Treat box, use the promo code Kame for $5 off, and we'll see you at the festivals.
Kame House Party.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Kame House Party, the world's bestest and only improv comedy Dragon Ball Watch Along podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
Ooh, and we got another great episode of Dragon Ball Z to break down, Aaron, and I'm very excited to talk about it. Oh, we're toe deep into the Cell saga.
Ooh.
We're coming up on that tournament, and just like the Z fighters got to do a little upkeep every now and then, we got to do a little upkeep, a little Kame housekeeping, if I may stretch into that, because just got to tidy up before a party, and that's what we got to do right now. And the first piece of Kame housekeeping is the world famous Olympics approved and also UN sanctioned.
What's the name of it?
1 minute roundup. Falling down the stairs sound.
I think if we just is that good? Did we get the take?
Yeah, director, did we get the take?
Did we nothing's broken, but I think every bone is near the point of breaking.
My tendons are stretched, but not to the point of tearing.
I hear them making a cartoonish rubber band noise.
Oh, my brain is jostled, but within the limits.
Yeah, I see the director talking to the producer. So okay, they haven't come to a decision. Just if it helps affect your decision, all my teeth are still in my mouth, but they're not happy about it. They cry for freedom.
Oh man, my shoulders are in the process of being separated, but they haven't separated yet. Like they're talking a lot about it. They're having disagreements. But they're not separated yet.
Okay, they're talking to the talent now and the stunt director. They're still going. Again, if it helps make the decision faster, my eyeballs are not all the way bloodshot. They're still a little white in there. And they're only slightly bulging out of my skull.
Okay.
I haven't gone full mask yet.
Okay. All right. Somebody's coming over.
Okay.
Hey guys, stunt coordinator here.
Yeah, Jeff, we know. Hey.
Look, I know you guys have been through a lot today.
10 takes.
But if we want Wet Bandits 3 to be a real hit.
Oh, we do. I mean, we all worked on Wet Bandits 2, and we all know how special that was.
This is for legacy, remember. Legacy. We're gonna go one more time.
One more time. Okay.
One more time.
Again,
that's fine. That's fine.
Again, my testes are not fully up in my abdomen. They're like half in, half out, as if they were giving a little raspberry to you.
and seed. Oh boy.
I was like, oh, we can't.
Oh, but that, dear listener, is a improv scene that we do at the top of every show to either tighten or loosen. This time, I think we've beaten, battered, and bruised our improv muscles just enough to prepare us for whatever this spontaneous conversation about this week's Dragon Ball episode will lead us to. And now we can get into the 1 minute roundup proper, where one of us, this time Aaron, has 1 minute to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball and the 169 day. episodes of Dragon Ball Z. And we do this so you don't have to go back and watch every single episode of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z to get caught up to where we are, or listen to every single episode of the podcast, though most people do. So, Aaron, after I'm done with that little preamble, I hope you've girded your loins and are ready for this 1 minute roundup.
Yes, I am. Here we go. Dragon Ball is about 7 magic crystal balls. You collect them all. You get any wish you want. There's a burp coming. I apologize. But it stars Goku. He's a little monkey kid. He loves karate. He loves making friends. He loves turning enemies into friends. He loves entering tournaments. He loves beating up demons. And he loves stopping people from using the Dragon Balls for evil. He growed up. he gets married as a kid. Then he finds out he's from space because his brother comes down. He kills his brother, but he dies in the process. He goes to heaven in the afterlife to get stronger. He comes back, beats up more people from his home planet. But all of his friends died. And so we have to go to Namek, the place where the Dragon Balls were from, because the Dragon Balls disappeared. I forget why. Because Piccolo died. There they fight a bunch of bad dudes. The baddest dude in the universe, Frieza. Goku becomes a legendary Super Saiyan. They come back down. A kid from the future says, shit's fucked. And they prepare for androids. And they defeat all these androids. But then Cell comes and sucks up a bunch of different all the androids. And now he's perfect and he's ready to do a tournament.
Whoa! Aaron, well done.
Thank you.
You cracked yourself up and me. And then you brought it home by getting out the most important information that a kid came from the future and shit's fucked.
Shit's fucked. I think that's what anyone from the future, I think that's their message, usually. No one, very rarely are time timers like, everything's good. Stay the course.
Never in recorded science fiction has that ever happened. Not even in Star Trek, where the future is objectively great for humanity because they've gotten rid of all war and money, and Earth is a utopia where everybody just goes and hangs out and does whatever they want and doesn't have to worry about anything. But we've got one more thing to worry about here in this Kame housekeeping section. And that is where I tell you, the listener, that Aaron and I watch two different versions of the show. I watch the English dubbed version while Aaron watches the original Japanese language English subtitled version, because comparing and contrasting is fun. And we love doing it. We really do. We've been doing it for years, and we're going to keep on doing it. And what's usually different is the title. So, Aaron, I'm going to give you my title for this week's episode, which is episode 170 of Dragon Ball Z. Not so nice. A Girl Named Lime.
So a Johnny Cash song.
I fell into a avocado salad, and a girl named Lime gave me some lactic acid. I added salt,
oh no,
a little pepper.
Is it
guacamole.
lactic acid? Isn't that something else?
Yeah, I meant to say citric acid,
okay,
but
that's fine. That's fine. You know what? We won't dig into that because I got to dig into my title.
Okay.
For episode 170 of Dragon Ball Z, roughly translated, is A Warrior Rest, The Girl, The Lies, and Gohan's Resolution.
Dang, that's good. That's some good stuff.
That's like a Maury title.
Yeah. Maury, she be lying. Nah, Maury, Cell really is coming. He's right there.
Next, we'll have Gohan out to...
He's a punk, Maury. Look at his hair.
Gohan would never throw a chair.
No, he would never. He would never. Because he's afraid of Steve Wilkos. Please, before we get into this episode, please tell me you know everything about Steve Wilkos.
I know that he used to be a security guard for... What's his face? Who recently passed? Jerry Springer.
Yep.
But then he got his own show.
And his big move during every show is he would throw a chair and say, "Get off my stick."
Yeah.
No matter what the transgression.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, this guy wouldn't pay me back for cutting his lawn. He wouldn't do what? Bring him out here. Bring him out here. Guy would come sauntering out.
Bring back sensationalism in show. I think there's a weeb version in there somewhere.
Ooh.
Borrowed my tapes / Blu-rays.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't give them back.
Stretched out my Sailor Scout uniform. Wouldn't pay for alterations.
Who actually owns this body pillow?
I hurt myself JoJo posing and need compensation.
Yeah, a cosplayer trying to get now we're getting into Judge Judy or Joe Mathis
or Judge Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Not even a judge. And Aaron, I've watched a couple episodes of that show. Man was just giving away money. I know he's playing that game too much, but I'm gonna give you both $5,000 and he's getting a PS5. Steve, that didn't solve any problems.
Oh, he's just being nice.
he's just being nice. And this is going to segue perfectly into the episode because we open with Gohan just being nice and saving a girl from a raging river.
Mm-hmm. So I think it's pretty apparent that this is a big old filler episode.
Oh yeah.
Although we get some returning faces. They went real hard. They didn't have to go so hard on this animated rushing river, but I was like, you know what? What a thing of beauty. How
and like to linger on this for way too long because it is just a river, but the contextual like you said it is really well detailed, really well realized to the point where I was like, oh, this is definitely a river that is overflowing because of water from further up the mountain because it's brown. Like that indicates like some elevated rainfall that they're not used to getting, and it is causing destruction down the bank.
These are flood conditions.
See, good. Now we're on the same page, and support your local meteorologist. They do great work.
Yeah, Gohan saves this girl who will come to know as Lime, even though she was going for a mango, some sort of apple,
some sort of wampa fruit, nondescript in these mountains.
She gets mad that Goku had to grab her in a certain place, and she gets embarrassed by it. Not as more gentlemanly than his dad in the past.
Of course. There's no pats in this scene, but I did have kind of a problem with her reaction in that, like, she gets embarrassed, she runs away, and as she like slaps his hands away and she runs, she goes, "Go back to where you came from." I was like, Lime!
Whoa.
A little xenophobic, but boy, oh boy.
Space. That's right.
Little did she know the boy was from space.
That's go back to where you came from. What's her accent in this? Southern.
Why don't you go back to where you came from?
What?
It's not even an accent. It's just a little kid.
It's just kid. Yeah.
There is some good accent work that we're gonna get to pretty soon.
Ooh.
But like for Lime, for like a modern context for an annoying little kid, think of Gabby in Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Yells a lot. Well, actually, yells just about as much as Gabby does in Attack on Titan.
Someone loved that reference out there.
Someone popped.
Someone stepped on the brakes of their car to yell out to the person next to them.
To yell what? Rumbling.
And Gohan's stomach is rumbling because he's out trying to get groceries.
That's right.
I think he flies by a dome. He's like, I don't know what that is. Anyway,
there will be no trouble in that bubble.
No toil.
Yeah, Gohan flies right by Epcot and has no feeling.
He's like, I can just fly to France. I don't need to go to Epcot. But
Then he lands at
Mhm.
this almost seemingly abandoned Western town. And in mine, he says, "Oh no, another abandoned town. I guess I'll have to keep looking to get these groceries for my mom." And speaks to the fact that like everybody's freaking out about Cell and all the wanton destruction that he's causing in his announcement. So they're doing a pretty good job like painting the effect on normal people that this is having. And this episode continues to dive into that as like Gohan enters this little shop through some saloon doors to
Mhm.
keep on Western theme in the mountains. And there are two cowboys stirring
Mhm.
up trouble with the shopkeep. One of them is like mouthing off saying, "What do we mean? What do we need money for? The world's gonna end."
Mm.
Because they're trying to shake down the shopkeep for supplies for the dome that's being run by the Bourbon family.
Bourbon.
The Bourbons.
Of the Illinois Bourbons.
You must be familiar with these Bourbons.
They love the abstinence, but for alcohol. Temperance, that's the word.
That's right.
Mhm.
They brought temperance to these here mountains.
They hate their
Where would you be without the temperance of the Bourbon family?
Yeah, they are essentially the same. I think they're like, hey, we need this for the dome, baby. Don't you? And if you give this to us, you can then come into the dome.
Mm-hmm. 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 They're treating Cell like the goddamn nuclear war and Fallout. There we go, another pop.
More people slamming on brakes. But they're just yelling out, I don't want to set the world on fire.
Cheering on a ghoul. What's wrong with people?
It's in my notes, but it took me 20 minutes. Like the episode was almost done where I'm like, oh, Fallout. It took me way too long to make this.
I mean, I can see how it threw you because it's above ground.
It's a reverse Fallout.
Reverse Fallout. And I have questions on how like the economics of all of this work, being that it's akin to Fallout. But we got to get through this scene. Because as Gohan enters, the two guys are getting sick of this shop owner holding out the supplies for the dome, for the Bourbon shelter. They even try to appeal to him, being like, "You'll be saving all the villagers. Come on, they've already gone. You could save them. You could help us. We just need the help." And as he continues to be like, "No, I need money. If you want these things, I'm gonna need money." The short, stocky one is like, "I'm about sick of this," and starts busting up the joint.
Yeah.
And is about to take a pitchfork to a whole rack of stuff when a very familiar voice shouts, "Ah! It's Cell! Cell's here! Oh my god! Ah!" And they both, Looney Tunes style, "Huh? What? Cell's here? We better get out of here!" Yuckity, yuckity, wow!
Yeah, bongos play.
Yep.
It's a repeating background. There's in mine, in the middle of that, the elderly gentleman running the shop. I guess Gohan is just looking for seasoning in mine.
Yep.
And the guy's like, yeah, I'll get that for you. Just like trying to push the cowboys aside. Like, let me run my business. It's like seasoning.
Mm-hmm. They don't. I didn't learn that it was seasoning until the very end of the episode when he actually like packs everything in, and yeah, I'm wondering what kind of specialty seasonings that Chi Chi needed.
I have a theory.
Go on.
But it was disproven because Krillin is still at the house. But
That's
I assumed it was just like, we gotta get this kid out of the fucking house.
Which I guess I was surprised that Gohan would be allowed to be out of the house anyway because he's got so much studying to catch up on. But he's Super Saiyan. Maybe he reads at a Super Saiyan speed.
Maybe he's at a 10th grade Super Saiyan level.
As Lime enters, she's like, ha ha ha, I lied and I cried Cell, and that's what got him out of here. Notice, listeners, it might be a pattern. But then we cut to like outside of the shop, like I guess on the other side of the shop. The old man is kind of explaining what happened to the village. We get a flashback of imperfect Cell sucking up everybody, including Lime's parents, which was like the saddest thing to gloss over very quickly. The old man is apparently her grandfather and was like, and that's when we lost Lime's parents. Like, so this is fresh. It has, it's been maybe a week.
Maybe. She's fine. She recovered quickly.
Look at her. She's fine.
She's not acting out through misbehavior.
She's not lying all the time.
Liming,
a clear cry for help.
She's liming all the time. Just try zesting everything. Good Lord.
And the old man is like, as he's telling this story, he's chopping some firewood, hurts his back a little bit. Gohan offers to take over. And I had a very strong sense memory of this moment in the episode from when I was younger watching the Cell Saga on TV.
Okay.
Because when I think of the lead up to the Cell Saga, it's like this episode in particular. And the moment is Gohan in his Super Saiyan form throws up 3 logs because he's gonna, karate chop them into the pieces that he needs, but is distracted when Lime goes, "Hey, don't you need an axe to chop wood? Everybody knows that." And the wood then falls on Gohan's face.
Yeah.
He proceeds to then like very easily chop the wood.
Like butter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this whole episode is Gohan is about to do something cool, and then someone stops him.
Yep. We never really get to see Gohan flex. And before we move away from this to cut to another, what I wrote in my notes is like, this fucking ridiculous scene. But like, it was really dark because the old man like tells Gohan about the dome and the villagers and how they're kind of like foolish for wanting to go over there. Don't they know nothing like that's ever going to stop something like Cell? And he just says, so I've decided that we're going to live out our remaining 8 days on Earth like this in peace. And I was like, oh God, jeez, it's hard to hear.
By running the shop.
Yeah. Like, this is a little girl, and you're just saying, like, we're gonna die. Might as well just hang out with me, an old man.
That's why it's fine. Her parents died. She's gonna follow soon. They'll meet. I mean,
don't worry. I think she's deaf. That's why she yells so much.
I mean, I don't believe in an afterlife. I think it's just the void after this, but maybe
there'd be nothing to prove that.
Yeah. Yeah, no one's ever died and come back stronger somehow.
And just before Gohan opens his mouth, we cut back to Goku. Literally yawning.
I wonder what he's doing, because he's clearly about to fall asleep. It's like, just take the nap.
But he's being so performative.
You think he's doing that just to fuck with Krillin, who's still there?
I think so. Because it seems to eat at Krillin to the point where he's just like, oh, I can't take it, Goku. Why are you so chill?
Goku, I think I didn't write down exactly what he said, but it is like oh, am I? Oh, am I being relaxed?
Yeah.
It's just Goku.
And in my notes, I'm like, Krillin, if you feel like, because in mine, he says, like, feels like we're wasting time, Goku. Like, watching you relax is making me relax and not think about fighting Cell. And I'm just like, well, Krillin, why don't you just go fucking train?
Yeah, he knows.
I know he knows, but like, he's not bowing out of the fight. He's not pulling a Tien, where Tien is really was like, the minute there was a tournament against Cell, Tien was like, I'm out. There's nothing I can do, y'all. I look great. I'm huge. I'm buff. I did my Kiko Ho. I show the world my Kiko Ho.
He's a champion.
Yeah.
He is a Tenkaichi winner. He's got nothing else to prove.
He already won gold. Why would he go? Why would he go anywhere else?
Yeah. It's not like Cell is some sort of Logan Paul. Not Logan Paul. The other one.
Roman Reigns?
The boxing one. I was trying to compare it to
Mike Tyson.
Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Tien. No one's paying Tien a bunch of money to have an exhibition Tenkaichi tournament.
No, they're not. They're not. But boy, would I like to see the Paul brothers fight Tien. Just so Chaozu could give them embarrassing diarrhea in front of thousands of fans.
Yes.
And watch Prime just the stock go down. No longer cool.
If Chaozu timed it to where as soon as they take a single sip of Prime, the poop happens.
Oh my God. And then Tien's just like, what's wrong? Is it the Prime?
There are forever chemicals in that, you know.
Oh, I guess you had a Mr. Beast bar before that too, huh?
Ryan's Playroom. That was one, right? Yeah.
That was one.
Okay. Jojo Siwa hairbow.
Wait, did Jojo... Hold on. Jojo Siwa had a Haribo?
She had... I believe...
She had the first gay candy?
Yeah, no other candy was gay. Not Fruit Stripe gum. Not Skittles.
Nope.
There. If you know other gay candies out there, let us know.
I'm sorry, because now I'm just thinking of a Skittles ad that's like, Skittles taste traditional gender roles.
I believe JoJo Siwa had like beauty thing. Like I think you could get big old hair bows like hers.
I mean, that makes sense.
A young women's fashion line, I believe.
Yep.
But we got to get to, speaking of capitalism, we got to get to horrible bullshit.
Money? You guys are asking for money? I don't have any. It's all tied up in escrow in this dome I built. Yeah, go for it.
Before we get to the mobster, did you get a scene of cowboys whipping people?
They were whipping at people.
Is that better? Or
no, it's not better.
Your Honor.
But technicality I wanted to bring up in this courtroom. Your
Judge
Honor,
Steve Harvey.
Judge Steve Harvey. Can we just get new whips?
You shouldn't whip people, but here's new whips and $500. And instead of canned goods, you guys carry Xbox Ones. Xbox Series X's. Sorry. I'm out of it.
Y'all gonna ride out the apocalypse in style. Everybody gets a Steve Harvey suit. But yeah, they're being awful to the villagers who are, and I put in my notes, are they helping build?
In mine, they just said they're moving canned goods. They're filling that thing up.
So they're just moving stuff in.
Mm-hmm. At this point, I think it's built essentially at this point.
Okay. All right. Because like the fact that they're just moving stuff in, and then we get a scene later where they're not allowed in, just felt like kind of crazy to me. Like, how did Why wouldn't they just like stay in anyway?
Yeah. We got to get to this mobster.
We got to get through this.
Because he sounds like this. And he's a Godfather coded. You cowboys are asking for money? I don't got no money. It's all tied up in building this dome to keep us safe from Cell. Now get out of here. Do your job.
Really? In mine, he's just like, you mean you didn't get that food from the old man? Because you got scared because someone said the Cell was coming?
Well, yeah, in mine they were literally asking for money. Like the Cowboys were like, he wouldn't give us the food unless we gave him money. And he's like, I don't have any money. It's all tied up in this dome that I built.
Yeah.
For to save us from Cell.
Yeah.
And then after the Cowboys leave, he's like, except for the money I saved for myself in this giant cartoonish safe that I'm gonna kick like a little schoolgirl on top of. Whee!
Ooh, I'm giving the vault handle a bunch of smooches.
I love the money I kept for myself.
In mine, he's like, the survivors, whoever survived. Now I'm getting one to walk in. The survivors are gonna need power and money after the dust clears.
Little did he know, society would soon run on bottle caps alone. And little did he know that General Tao was going to show up.
Tao Pai Pai, Robo Tao.
Cyborg Tao is in the building, baby.
Has not been seen since the 21st was the first one we saw, right?
Yep.
So it'd be the 22nd.
That's right.
Tenkaichi tournament. He's still thinking about Tien kicking his ass, his robot ass.
And he, in mine, is extorting the extortionist for $5,000 for protecting him. Like, Tao's like, I'd like $5,000 now for my job of protecting you. None of the villagers have bothered you at all, have they? And the guy's like, you want money, Tao? I don't know. And Tao's like, I either get my 5,000 now or I kill you and take it all. Oh, okay, Tao. So that's how that scene goes.
That feels more like Tao. In mine, he's just like, so you've hired me to be your bodyguard. Whenever it's like, who do you want me to? He's like, who do you want me to kill? He's like, no one right now. He's like, okay, it's first of all, it's 50 million zenny because it's Dragon Ball. If you want me to murder someone, it's 50 million zenny. Also, if you don't want me to do it right now, you're gonna miss out on this discount price.
That's good. I think they could have found like a medium, like on my side. They should have found a way to give Tao just a little bit more of that like agency. I would have enjoyed that being translated fully, because what it just seems like is Tao kind of hedging his bets, knowing that he likely can't beat Cell, and even in this, it didn't even seem like he hired Tao in mind. It's just like Tao showed up looking for a place to hide out.
I think he got hired. It seems like he was hired.
It's revealed that he is, but that reveal, Aaron, comes after a commercial.
Hey everybody, it's me, Ken. I use she and him pronouns, and I'm here to talk about clowns.
The anime/manga, Kengan Ashura.
I am ready to talk about some Animorphs.
Roma, have you ever heard of the art movement of Dadaism?
Interest in a musician group called Exociety?
It's Yu-Gi-Oh!
The brainworm that I would like to deliver to you today is Gundam and or Gunpla.
I became aware of a series of novels that people told me about called Discworld.
Hey Lewis, what are we talking about? Aragon.
Aragon! Welcome to the Hyperfixation, where we invite our friends onto our show to tell us about what they're excited about so we can acquire an approximate knowledge of many things. New episodes out every Wednesday morning and up to 5 days early for patrons. Normalize info dumping and learn something new with us today thanks to the Moonshot Network.
Piccolo, we're back from commercial. You better not spend one more second longer in that time chamber.
Yes, just mad.
Just arms folded, staring at a door. I wish I could get that mad at stuff.
It's my thinking is that who's there? Vegeta, we got a Trunks.
Mm-hmm.
Tien is still there. I forget.
Tien's hanging out.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't always get a sitter. He's gonna use it up to its fullest. He already paid. They could go somewhere. They could take a day.
Yeah, Vegeta could, I don't know, maybe train, since he's so worried about Kakarot and being super. Like, why isn't he just trying to maintain his Super Saiyan form?
Yeah, clearly. That's the thing that, you had a whole day of training to try and do that.
That's, it doesn't, if you've got 8 days, you're going to be spending like a year in the time chamber. You're going to have time to recover after. Like, this is the perfect time to work out that muscle, to flex that muscle.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it's like the new science on stretching.
Okay.
Like when I started doing sports, it was all static stretching before practice.
Yes.
Like that's what you did every sport. You did the same stupid hamstring stretch. You cross your feet, you do it that way. You do the little butterfly stretch. Now the science is like, no, don't do that. Like warm up and stretch while you warm up. So you're doing more active, like you're doing lunges and skips and like these like steps and then bending to stretch your hamstring and stuff. So why isn't Vegeta doing that? I know sports science is different than fight science, but there's got to be something.
Yeah, do a Goku stretch. It's good.
Yeah.
It's visually appealing.
It's visually appealing and good for you. Stretches your hamstring and your groin. And because you're bouncing, it becomes active. If you learned nothing from this episode, is that you can like bounce with your stretches to start your workout, reach with your stretches post-workout. You're gonna have a better time. You're gonna feel better at the end. Trust me on nothing else. Okay? All right, we can move on.
All right. Someone braked for that.
They stop the car, get out. They're like, I got to do my active hamstring
do my
stretch.
stretches.
Got to do my stretches.
Yeah, we do get. I like that we get a little shot of Piccolo in the time chamber. He becomes 2, trains against himself, and I like that he's just in a constant state of anger with not being strong enough. He flashes back to Cell, like teasing him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, Piccolo, don't be so mad.
And in Mind the Button at the end, as like he reabsorbs the other self after falling to the ground, he goes, all right, time for one more round. Like, yeah, Piccolo,
Ooh,
fucking
yeah.
get it. And I forgot that Piccolo was doing shadow clones before Naruto was even a blink in the eye. Naruto learned everything from Piccolo.
Yeah. He's essentially, Piccolo's, Gohan, I have 2 sons. You and this little blonde kid.
Believe it!
He's louder than you.
You know it! I'm the #1 most knuckleheaded fighter in the Hidden Leaf!
Gohan, you're my favorite because you inherited some of my stoicism.
Not me!
No, just I want to beat you up so bad, but I feel so bad for you.
Because I had a hard childhood, and I could see that you did too, Mr. Piccolo.
I mean, look, was I alone for the entirety of my childhood, i.e. 3 years? Yes.
Same.
Yeah, for real.
He's just like me, for real.
You know what? Okay, go on. You're still first, but the gap's closing. Gohan, you can't look. You're speechless. You can't even admit you had a cushy childhood till I came along.
And me, I was eating ramen off the floor all by myself at the age of 5.
Was it still in a bowl?
No.
Right, really?
The mayor at the time wouldn't give me a bowl or a home, even though he knew my father.
Wait, is this? Hold on. The bowl. Yeah, father, mayor, whatever. The bowl thing.
And just like you, Mr. Piccolo, my only friend was the clones I could make.
Yeah, to train with, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't look into that.
Don't worry, the internet did it for you. Believe it.
Hold on, I'm pulling out my phone, i.e. holding
Don't!
it by the top. Typing with one finger.
Rasengan!
Special beam! In Shonen Jump, how many? I almost said Shonen Chump, the New York's premier anime improv comedy showcase. Who you can fight? Naruto and Piccolo can fight, correct?
Oh, in Jump Force.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They fight.
We could.
I'm
I'll
pretty
look
sure you
that
can
up.
fight.
I'll look that up. See who wins. It's Piccolo.
Oh, it's definitely Piccolo. Anybody? Okay, we usually don't get into these kind of conversations about which universe is stronger than which universe, but like, let's be real. Piccolo can blow up the actual moon. Naruto, at the height of his power, could cut the moon, a hollow moon, in half.
The home of his wife.
It's where his wife's great grandfather came from.
Okay.
Oh, Naruto. Ninjas that live in the moon.
That's why Piccolo hated it. He had to blow it up.
That's why Piccolo blew it up.
Look, there are already 5 Murasakis. We don't need any more. The spice order's ready for Gohan.
Spice order's ready for Gohan. The old man comes out. Gohan and Lime are missing. Turns out they're having a nice conversation over some Wampa fruit, where Lime says, I know you're not a fighter. You couldn't be. Ever. Because you're a little bitch.
Yeah, you're definitely someone who doesn't fight. That gi doesn't fool me. No, he's wearing his his Shaolin outfit, I think.
Yeah. He's got a proper little outfit on. And I like this just because she's just calling out reading Gohan to filth, like knows him up and down without even though he's like been training. His true nature comes through at all times, and it's very indicative because he's covered in woodland creatures.
Yeah.
At this moment,
16's just looking through his binoculars that are built in. I wish that was me.
He's got birds and squirrels. Ooh.
Oof, the perfect combo.
Is that a deer?
Please present your palm flat.
Don't want to get nipped.
I should make sure Gohan always has Salt Lake on him for just such an occasion.
And you know what ruins this occasion, Aaron? The pop of fireworks. A celebration is happening. The Bourbon family's opening the dome.
It's a big gathering. Lime just for funsies, right? Essentially, start saying that sells here.
Yep. Cries sell once again. This time she's like, but it's so I can show everybody how big of a coward Mr. Bourbon is.
Was it spelled it was spelled bourbon. Well, I guess you weren't looking at any subtitles.
I was not looking at any subtitles, and the way that I spelled it, because I knew it had to be a play on words, but I spelled it like Bill Burr and then Bone.
Bill Burr, I built this dome. Everyone's going crazy over Cell.
So I built this fucking dome.
No.
What?
My wife looks at the dome. She says it's not big enough. That's all I got.
It's pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
I could feel the spit flying at me from stage.
There yeah, in mine, it is just bourbon. Like that's how it's spelled.
Okay.
But what a fun but I got to go with bourbon.
Mhm. Cuz is there not a I'm thinking of a real person with a last name that sounds very similar. And he is Italian. He's very Italian.
Okay. But his last name is Bourbon. Bourbon.
It's close. I don't want look, it's Carbone.
Carbone?
Yeah.
Carbones.
The Carbones.
The Carbones. All right.
Good
First
people.
name, address, phone number.
I will give nothing else. So I'm from a very small state. You could track us all down.
Well, that's another clue.
God damn it.
But yeah, everyone freaks out, and Bourbon shuts the multi-gates on everyone. Basically, he's inside with his men, all the people who actually, classic capitalism, all the people that actually did the labor are kept out of the reward.
Yep.
The Cowboys get the drop on Gohan and Lime and expose like, oh, hey, it was just I can't do the cowboy voice.
Everybody calm down. It was just a joke. Just a joke, and we got the jokester right here.
It was a joke.
That is the line in mine is, everybody calm down. It was just a joke.
Haha. This does expose a bunch of stuff.
Right.
One of my favorite moments in this episode is when Bourbon reopens the doors. He comes running out, pissed off, mouth agape. The camera goes into his mouth, and we transition into the next scene.
Again, they had no business doing anything that they're doing in this episode. It's so good.
Well, just to symbolize that Gohan and Lime are now in the belly of the beast. They're in deep trouble.
Mm-hmm. And now that he's been kind of called out, first by Lime and then by Gohan, Gohan's like, it's not right that my friend lied, but what you're doing is wrong too. And he proposes, oh, really? Get him, boys.
Immediately orders just like for a child, like, I don't like the way you're talking to me. I murder him. Take care of
Beat this kid up, boys.
Make him an offer he can't refuse.
Dirty your suits for me, would you?
I think we got a pair of cement shoes in his size.
Hey, kid, careful. Cell might show up and eat you.
Be a real shame.
Be a real shame if the juice got squeezed out of this here lime, huh?
You broke my heart, Gohan. I knew it was you.
You come to me on the day of my dome opening, lying about Cell being here. Calling me a bad guy for trying to save this village from utter destruction. And this is how you repay me.
You know what? He's yeah. So I also like that Paul F. Tompkins, dressed as Colonel Sanders, tries to speak up. And he's like, "That's rough. That's a little too harsh, Mr. Bourbon."
Technicality, no doubt, boo over.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like, if you want in my dome, you better do what I say.
Yep. Can't take the X out of the extortionist.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on.
Because we got to put the bad in this badass grandpa.
That's right.
Not Robert De Niro. Showing up. He's got his gi on, and wow, he does beat the shit out of some dudes. It's pretty good.
Fight. He can fight. I'm wondering if he was in Roshi's original draft class of martial artists. You know, I wonder if he saw the invasion of King Piccolo back in the day.
Yeah, which tournament?
Yeah, because if he was, throwing hands with young Roshi and young Crane, that's an elite fighter right there.
Pretty good. Never said he won.
Yeah.
But he's kicking guns out of people's hands. And that's when Tao Pai Pai gets put on the clock.
Yeah.
And they have a nice little fight sequence. And the shopkeeper holds his own against Tao Pai Pai.
Mm-hmm. Even when Tao unsheaths his sword arm, he's just taking hands off. But it's not enough because Tao takes off his other hand, and he's got the Dodon Wave Cannon.
Yeah,
is what he calls it. And he's like, it again. Tao is a perfectly realized character because he's just excited to kill somebody again.
Yeah. Finally.
And but instead of killing a man, he doesn't put a scratch on a child.
Gohan is ready to fight Tao Pai Pai. I'm getting anxious.
Yeah.
I'm like,
does he not have like a little quippy line go like when the dust clears, both Bourbon and Tao go like, "What happened?" And Gohan says, "I happened."
Ooh, Gohan.
Yeah, he flexes his key a little bit.
Ooh.
Line is like, "Oh my God, he is a fighter." Oh my God, he admitted it.
I think what Tao Pai Pai is like, this kid looks familiar. Hey, what's your name? He's like, Son Gohan. Is like, Son Goku's your dad. It's like,
oh, does Tao make that realization immediately?
No, he has to. He hears the name Son Gohan, and then he's like, then he says Son Goku, and I think it is Gohan who reveals that Goku is his dad.
Yeah, Tao is just like, "Oh, good. I thought you were that Goku guy," and Gohan goes, "Yeah, that's my dad." And Tao's like, "Oh!"
Flashback to getting blown up by a grenade.
Hoisted by his own grenade.
When he still had organs.
Mm-hmm.
And then
before his kidneys turned into a filtration system.
I have to, you know how expensive, the filter's more expensive than the actual kidneys. Every 2 months I have to change it.
Do you know how corrosive urine is, boy?
I have to drink so much water just so I can make it last 2.5.
But it's like we get a little bit of the greatest hits of Tao. Because he's like, "Oh, that's Goku's son. I'm out of here. See you later."
Quits immediately.
And they Bourbon and Tao have like a back and forth as he's flying away. Bourbon's like, You can't quit on me, Tao. And as he is disappearing over the horizon, he goes, "But I just did."
It's a right to work stay.
I I don't owe you a 2-week notice.
Kids, you don't know anyone a 2-week notice. By
Something
the way,
I've learned as an adult, don't give them any time.
no, because they'll just, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, you can leave now.
Yep.
And you'll be like, cool.
Yeah, don't give them the opportunity.
But then that's 2 weeks you don't have to pay. But like, anyway. Goku, yeah, everything's fine. Goku flies down. It's like, we're worried about you. Your mom needs to start cooking.
Yep. The only thing that got Goku off the floor today was food.
The old man and Goku have like a little special exchange, and he's like, "Oh, I can see that you have special powers." And then Goku winks and whispers, "Oh, you figured that out? Yeah, man. You flew down from heaven."
And your son blew up the dome.
Oh, I forgot about the dome.
We forgot to mention
sorry.
that Gohan, to make his lesson clear, Gohan blows up the dome in front of all these people, and all their parts and labor go to waste. Gohan says to them, "If I can do that to the dome, what do you think Cell would do?" You know, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're right. We should just, I don't know, live out the 8 days and then die."
This is a Mass Effect 2 type decision. Do you let people live in peace with this lie, or do you tell them the harsh truth, granting them freedom without but despair?
Oh man. Are you talking about the Krogans? I feel like
I don't know. I never played it.
What? You never played it?
Mass Effect 2? No.
Oh my God.
I don't look. There's a character called Miranda, right?
Miranda sucks.
Does she?
I mean,
I played the first hour of Mass Effect 2, and Miranda seemed pretty cool.
She's cooler than the other white woman in Mass Effect.
Shepard?
No. There's a character in Mass
Joker.
Effect 1 that is a literal xenophobe.
Oh.
And Miranda, not quite a xenophobe. An uber capitalist, I'll say that.
Okay. She has a British voice, so
so she's trustworthy.
It's fine. Yeah, this is I don't know what I would do.
I know, right?
Plus they worked real hard building that dome.
Would you like to know when the meteor is going to hit, or no?
No, not at all.
Not at all, right?
No.
What about the core of the Earth is gonna stop? Would you rather know about that?
I'd want to know when I can get on that big drill.
That's
Go
right.
down it to the core. TM.
You, Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
What a stupid fucking movie.
He could have left the dome. I think it would have been fine. They worked hard. But who owned it? This is a legal mess. Maybe too big for Judge Steve Harvey.
Maybe Judge Steve Harvey and Steve Wilkos need to do the fusion dance.
Judge Steve?
Oh, Judge Steve. Oh my God. The most powerful TV court judge of all time.
Just powerful, fashionable,
tall. He's like 7'6". He's taller than Shaq.
Who, Steve Wilkos or Steve Harvey?
You combine Steve and Steve,
okay,
and they become taller than Shaq.
Of course.
And that's how they beat Shaq in court.
So me and Steve Harvey did the fusion dance, and that's how we beat Shaq. But they, that's kind of it. They fly off to go have dinner. The old man is like, "You better beat Cell, because I know you have power." Obviously.
Yeah. Old man, I wrote in my notes, old man can sense ki, that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, he's got to be on a Roshi level.
Yeah, that's why he's not worried about these cowboys
Yeah.
and these pop guns.
Dragon Ball has some really cool old men in it.
Mm-hmm.
They need to do an old man tournament.
You're saying we need some sort of grumpy old martial artist?
Yeah, man. You got the grumpy one, the snarky one, and the horny one.
Whatever Las Vegas movie that
Yep.
Yep. We don't. Yeah, we all know the title. It was very.
We all know
popular.
the title. We just don't want to get sued by Judge Steve.
Oh, we gotta get out of here. We've been here too long.
We've been here far too long because that's the end of the episode, and you gotta wait to see what they pull out for the remaining 8 days before the martial arts tournament is back.
One day has passed canonically.
One day in 2 episodes. We've got a long way to go.
He didn't get arrested. Gohan didn't get arrested.
He
had to deal with local politics.
Hey, sometimes you go out to get the spices, and sometimes the spices go out and get you. You know what I mean?
It's truer words have never been said.
Well, I'm going to try to best myself by saying we are the best podcast. You should, tell people about us.
Flat out?
That's
what
we're the best
now?
podcast.
Okay, you know what? I love this. Yeah, we're the best podcast.
We're the best podcast. You should tell your friends about us. You should like, share, and subscribe. Put us on auto download on all your podcast apps. You should watch us when we do our streams over there on Twitch, twitch.tv/Kame House Party. Don't forget to try Tokyo Treat, tokyotreat.com/Kame. Use promo code Kame at checkout. Get $5 off your first Tokyo Treat box. You will not be disappointed. I'm telling you. You can listen to Aaron and Noah, who was on our last stream playing Ultimate Chicken Horse and other fun games over there on Twitch. And you can catch them on Thinking Too Hard About Anime. It's the we can't keep talking about Evangelion series.
You cannot recap.
There it is.
So we're going through all of Neon Genesis Evangelion. And we are on the rebuild movies now.
There we go. So rebuild your podcast library with more Kame House Party and Thinking Too Hard About Anime. You can also build up that podcast library by going over to moonshotpods.com. We are part of the Moonshot Network, and we love being part of the Moonshot Network. If you like us, you'll like their amazing stable of weird, nerdy, and fun podcasts. They also stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Moonshot Network. Is there anything else that I'm missing in the plugs?
I think that's it.
Okay.
We're plugged up.
Follow at Shonen Chumps, the premier anime comedy live show. We just had a show at UCB. It went great. There was a Beyblade battle. Everybody got to look at pictures of Megan Thee Stallion in cosplay. It was awesome. Everybody loved it. You'll love it too.
Evening.
Perfect evening. A perfect evening for your weebin'. And look, we got to get out of here. So whether you are getting lied to by a lime, or you're on Tao time, you gotta
keep I'm off to murder someone else with my tongue.
Yummy house party.